Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and it's time for another double shot of T-54 action, the popular Tier 9 Russian medium tank, which leads on to two of the most popular Tier 10 tanks in the game, the Object 140 as well as the T-62A. First replay is brought to you by Flying Elite from Omega Clan. He sent me a few replays this week and I'll be doing them when I can. Here we go with his first one, which is the T-54. And after this game there'll be another replay from Ravi from ANZAF clan in the same tank, and he's platooning as well. Now Flying Elite's platooning with his old mate Lee Side from PB Cat clan, one of the most entertaining and vocal clans on the forums. They're always up for a funny comment on the forums, and Flying Elite is doing exactly the right thing. He's top tier in this match, so he's getting right up into the action. He's going to try and use his bouncy turret and get some shots into these enemy heavies and medium tanks on steps. And he's looked at the mini-map and he's seen that a lot of his teammates are sniping from the back, which unfortunately just seems to be just what happens, I suppose. Water tanks. So the Flying Elite's trying to get into a position where he can not only put a bit of damage into these tanks, but keep them lit for his teammates. If nobody lights all these tanks, all these snipers are going to have nothing to shoot at. Unfortunate to not do any damage to that STA-2. That's not a highly armoured tank at all, but he's got himself into a nice hold down position where he can use his strong turret to bounce shots off these enemy tanks, but also just poke over and get some sneaky shots into the enemy tanks. He's already picked up 952 damage. STA-2 gets a little bit brave, and so the Flying Elite, as well as the snipers behind him, make the most of it, pick up some damage. Getting some good damaging shots into that VK4502B, the Tier 9 German tank, which leads to the mouse. Good to get some damage into that top tier heavy tank, which if he plays it right, the VK45, he could plough right through these tanks, but he's not. He's not brave enough. He's probably lost a little bit too much health, the enemy VK. And a lot of that's down to the Flying Elite. He's already picked up 1500 damage, but he's just getting warmed up. Another shot, another 300 damage goes into, I think it was the STA. And it's a bit of a poke-a-thon at the moment. Everyone's poking and just sticking their noses out to try and get some cheeky shots. But the Flying Elite is winning the damage battle here. He's bouncing plenty of shots. You can see he's taken 8 hits, but only one of them's done any damage. That shot goes a little bit wide, but he's picked up 2200 damage already, and he's just getting warmed up. Gets rid of the Chieftain T95, the reward tank for some of the clan war campaigns that have been going on over the last 12 months. He's searching for another shot, doing exactly the right thing. He's keeping all these tanks lit, so all these snipers are also getting damage into these tanks, and the Flying Elite will be picking up the spotting damage. Gets another good shot into that VK, brings his damage up to 3206, and it's only 1-0. Flying Elite is still the only player to pick up a kill, but he cops a shot. Not sure who that was from, but 350 damage. Could have been the VK or the Centurion. Now that STA-2 is only down to 30 odd hit points. So's the Panther. The Panther was a one shot. It was a decent roll to put into that Panther. Takes him out of the game. It's still 3 apiece though, so the game's hasn't been won yet, that's for sure. The other side look like they're doing okay. The IS-3, Tortoise and the Panther look like they're pushing the western side of the map quite well. Li Sai unfortunately gets taken out by the T54 lightweight. But the Flying Elite is looking to get some revenge for his mate and take the T54 lightweight out of the game. Unfortunate to miss those two shots. Either one of those shots would have killed him. He's not going to miss that one. Only 54 hit points, but it's another gun out of the game. And the Flying Elite is using his armour and his gun very, very nicely here. He's just keeping the enemy lit, poking, shooting. High explosive, 90 hit points. That IS-6 looks like a player who probably shouldn't have a tier 8 premium, or any tier 8 for that matter. But anyway, he takes the kill. He's got 3 kills and nearly 5,000 damage here. Make it 4 kills as he gets rid of the Super Pershing. Now the remaining enemy tanks look like they're all down here playing with the Tortoise. The Tortoise not really doing too well. He's going to be outmaneuvered here. But the Flying Elite's got 3 shots on that tier 8 German heavy tank. It's too late for the Tortoise, but it's not too late for the win. He's done 5,607 damage, 4 kills. Now he's swooping in now. He's looking for the top gun. 2 tier 8s and 2 tier 9s left on the enemy side. VK's a one shot and gets taken out by the Centurion. And now searching for the enemy tank. Tier 9 Centurion. That could be a one shot for him. It is. Picks up his 5th kill. And now the Flying Elite's looking for that top gun. That Tortoise is being very patient, just poking over. Looks like he's probably camped the whole game on that rock. How's that working out for you, Tortoise? Not good at all. He's picked up 3 kills though. He's probably had a good game. There's a Flying Elite, keeps him lit, keeps poking. He's looking for his top gun. He's on 838 health. Shoots and tracks the Tortoise by the looks of it. And now he's looking for a side shot to pick up the top gun. And now he's looking for the object 416, the rear turreted Russian medium tank. As we look at the post-game battle results, not a bad game at all from the Flying Elite. Not a bad game at all. Mastery badge. And of course, he's also picked up a heap of other medals as well. Hand of God, Bruiser, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof, Steel Wall. Not a bad effort to get a steel wall in a medium tank. High Caliber for doing more than 20% of the amount of damage. And of course, the Top Gun for picking up 7 kills in the end. I was hoping that he'd get 6, but he ended up getting 7. Good score of 6,352 damage, 1,509 experience, base experience points. That's not with a double or anything, that's the base experience score, 1,509, and not a bad game at all. Cost him a bit of coin though. There was a bit of gold in there, I'd say, and maybe some premium consumables. I'm not sure, but an awesome game by Flying Elite from Amiga Clan and his T54 Tier 9 Russian medium tank. As we move on to the second game in this double shot, it's from Ravi and he's platooning with Tim Bob. Ravi's in ANZAF clan and Tim Bob's in What University Southeast Asia clan. And they're doing one of these encounter battles on Redshire. Just like the previous replay, they're top tier. When you're top tier in a T54, you can do a hell of a lot, as you're about to see. Ravi and Tim Bob often platoon together and they often send me very entertaining replays. So Tim Bob and Ravi both in their T54. They're going into the usual place, I guess, where a medium tank might go on Redshire. To ride these ridgeline, even though it's Russian, doesn't have much of a gun depression, but they want to get a little bit of vision, especially around that around the cap circle, because a lot of the tanks on Ravi's side, you can see, are going up the traditional heavy line. So I don't know if I'd be doing that, because they're going to come up against an E75, but E75 is not unbeatable. But the only heavies that Ravi and Tim Bob's team have are tier 8s. But it looks like the E75 might have left his brains in the garage. I don't know if that's a good spot. I don't know if I'd be going there in an E75. I think he's about to get shot at from all directions. Unlucky Ravi doesn't have a shot there, but he's searching. He's definitely searching for a shot on that E75. It's just a game of patience right now. Yeah, looking at the mini-map, the enemy side have got a few mediums around the cap circle, so Ravi's in a good spot to do that, as is Tim Bob. But there's enough tanks on the 1-2 line, I think, to defend that cap circle. If the enemies start trying to attack, then there's enough mediums, and of course the Oni and the Scorpion could all sort out these tanks. That E75 is still spotted, and he's still sitting right in the middle of the map. I don't know what he's doing, that E75. Not looking too good at this point for Ravi and Tim Bob. They're down a couple of tanks. Looking at the mini-map, those heavies that have gone the 1-2 line look like they might be a little bit outgunned. I don't think the E75 is going to come into the game, but there's an R8GM, the tier 8 German tank destroyer with a big gun, which is probably tearing them apart from the back. And of course they're dueling with a couple of an IS3 and IS6, and a couple of lower tier heavies as well. We get to see Ravi do any damage, but he looks like he got the blind shot on that E75. And now he's going to town on this Tiger. That Tiger will just be easy damage if he keeps getting shots on the Tiger. The tier 7 German heavy tank that everyone wants to play when they first start the game, and then they're often a little bit disappointed. Now Ravi's moving over to the little castle that's on the 1-2 line, and he's going to try and help his mates out. Takes the MT25 down to half health with one shot, but the one he wants to worry about is that AMX. That AMX has got a pretty good gun for a tier 8 tank, but lucky for Ravi, he's in a strong Russian armour, so he can bounce a few shots. The CDC, which is up near Tim Bob in the middle of the map, ends up killing the enemy CDC. But the Scorpion's in a bit of strife here, and Ravi wants to help this Scorpion out and try and take care of this enemy T54. Unfortunate not to do any damage in that shot, but he needs to keep this T54 entertained so that the T54 doesn't kill the Scorpion, and hopefully the Scorpion puts some damage into him as well. Loses his tracks. You can see in the middle of the map, it looks like he might have a perk. There's a perk for your commander, I think it is, which highlights if an enemy has damage modules. So thanks to Ravi and Tim Bob's there, you can see Tim Bob's picked up a kill as well in the centre of the map, and now they're joining up together so they can swarm these tier 8 tanks that are harassing the cap. They're slowly clawing it back. They're still down by 2 tanks. Now they're down by 3 tanks, but Ravi and Tim Bob are going to work together here. I think this is the first time I've seen this replay, but they're going to, looks like they're looking for that T69 and the T49. Get those 2 tanks out of the game and it'll be all evened up. They've picked up 4 kills between them, but you know there's got to be more, otherwise they wouldn't have sent me the replay. There's the T69. Unlucky not to get the kill, but his platoon mate gets the kill, which is good. Nothing worse when you shoot an enemy tank and he's nearly dead, but you don't get the kill. But when it's your platoon mate that gets the kill, then it's a little bit better. Now they're still clawing it back. They're still down by a tank. 6 kills between them so far. Gets a shot into the side of the IS-6, it looked like. I don't know what that expert thing is that comes up on the right hand side of the screen. I guess it's a mod of some sort. I'm sure someone will let us know. Searching for shots. Good one onto the IS-3. One more will do it to kill that IS-3. Can he? No, he's turning back for the T29. T29 looks like he's hulled down. He's not really in a dangerous spot. That IS-3 is probably the tank you want to concentrate on. You want to get rid of some of the higher tiers. Even though the enemy don't have any tier 9 tanks left, you want to get rid of that. The IS-3 can be a very dangerous tank, even when it's not top tier. And is a one-shot too, from memory. Now you can see Ravi's already picked up 3,500 damage and 4 kills. Tim Bob's picked up 2 kills. T49 shoots and misses. They're funny tanks, T49. Looks like Tim Bob might have put a bit of damage into him. And Ravi picks up the kill for his 5th kill. One more for a top gun. That'll be very, very handy and well needed in this game if they're going to win. Now the IS-3's low health. KV-13 is not, but he's going for the IS-3 first. Misses the IS-3. Unlucky not to hit the KV-13, but looks like Tim Bob's going to get behind the KV-13, give him a little bit of pain. The KV-13 is a pretty slow tank. Slow to turn, slow to move, slow to turn its turret. Tim Bob picks up the kill. That's 9 kills between them, and they've clawed it back to an even game now. 2 versus 2. I think Ravi and Tim Bob have a big advantage as far as being top tier. They're both tier 9s, and they're up against a tier 7 and a tier 8 tank. And they both won't have the view range. 9 kills between them. You can see Ravi's on 640 hit points, Tim Bob's on 700, so they can both afford to take a shot if they need to. Going by the mini-map, the IS-6 is probably the one that was on the cap circle. The T29 last spotted out in the field where the E75 was as well. I don't think that's the best place to be in this map, but I'm far from the best player in the universe. I might be the best looking, but I'm definitely not the best player. Ravi and Tim Bob frantically searching for these last 2 tanks. Still got 5 minutes, so there's no great rush, but there's the IS-6. Looks like Tim Bob has found him. He puts a shot into him, takes him down to 500. It looks like the IS-6 is fired, and there's the T29 as well. But doing the right thing here, focusing on the tier 8 first. Get rid of that higher tier tank, and Tim Bob picks up the kill. That's 5 kills each. 1 tank left, and now they're just going to circle jerk this T29, the tier 8 American heavy tank. And Ravi picks up his top gun. 11 kills between them. That's a massive game. 11 kills. 11 kills gives them the brothers in arms, as well as the high caliber and the top gun, of course. 11 kills, an ace tanker mastery badge for Ravi in his T54, and the minor medals that go with it. Of course, have a look on here, all the tanks that he damaged and killed, and On the second page of the post-game battle results, a massive result for Ravi 18 from ANZAF clan with 5,335 damage with 6 kills, confirming the top gun and the brothers in arms. Awesome game by Tim Bob from Watt University, Southeast Asia as well, with 3,719 damage with 5 kills, and it's a pretty high base experience score of 1,427 for Ravi. Awesome game, guys. Thanks very much for the replays. Hope you've enjoyed these games featuring the beautiful Tier 9 Russian medium tank, the very popular T54 medium. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.